going to take the reins here at headquarters? Who's going to become the next police chief? Take a look behind me and you can see, if you look really closely here, the char on this tree. That's exactly where the lightning struck and burned the tree. Filmmakers told the crew, including Jones, that if a train were to come across the tracks, they would have 60 seconds to get to safety. All of these perfectly legal. I'm going to open it up right here and see what we have. You can see the doors are locked. The windows are pretty dusty here. And the only evidence that you can see that this could have ever been a grocery store, if you look inside, in that back corner over there, there's a few cans of beans. These floors are hollow. 4 feet of crawl space beneath them. And look, air holes cut into the floor. This is believed to have been a stop on the Underground Railroad. The interesting thing about this cell, no doors. The answer may be as simple as this: soap. Parents and students both telling me that the school hasn't been stocking soap in the bathrooms. The district's head nurse says that's a problem she thought was already dealt with.
It is a behavior issue when you get with the older children. Sometimes they think it's quite fun and novel to see what they can do to the soap dispensers besides wash their hands with them.
Parents say the school instead has been relying on hand sanitizer. But the problem with that is it doesn't kill norovirus. That's the most common cause of gastrointestinal illness. Recent outbreaks of the virus on cruise ships have highlighted the importance of hand washing, especially in close quarters.
That's the problem with viral illnesses. They are spread very quickly and very easily.
Ebenezer principal Amy Dickerson telling me today her school does and always has stocked soap. I went to this school to try to catch up with Principal Dickerson. There were no adults. There was no one at the front door. I walked in and went into the bathroom. There I found soap like this on the counter, but the soap dispensers, they were removed. The virus has spread to other schools, sickening Effingham High student Alyssa Falker. What's more sickening, what Falker says she sometimes sees in the soap dispenser.
You can see like people have spit in the soap and there's just like a layer of spit on the top of it.
Alyssa's mother, Jana, worries about the pressure for children to attend classes now that Effingham is in the middle of standardized CRCT testing, which determines these schools' report card.
So I know there's a big push to try to have as many kids there as possible, but I also think the downside of it is not only are they going to spread the germs, but if they do go sick, they're not going to do their best on the test.
Ash telling me that her son, an Effingham Middle School student, was also sickened and that he's being kept out of a school-wide ball tournament because he missed class during that standardized testing. There's one inescapable fact about being on the road. A big rig is a lot bigger than you.
Trucks are really safe. It's just knowing where to be and what not to do.
First off, don't assume this beast drives like the family Ford. A trucker's blind spot can be bigger than your car. Here's a tip. If you can't see yourself in a trucker's mirror, they can't see you.
Once the driver hits his brakes, it's going to take roughly 366 feet to stop. That's a football field plus both end zones.
So leave plenty of space between you and that truck. Stay about 20 car lengths behind. It's not just about the truck's stopping time.
If I straddle something and you're following too close to me, you're going to hit it, and then you're going to get mad at me.
And if you pass a big rig, pass on the left. Blind spots are the worst on a truck's passenger side.
Once you see the whole front of the truck in your rear view mirror, just gently ease back on over and go on about your merry way and have a good trip.
Sitting in the cab of his truck, McElwaney told me, the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. He's set to hit 3 million safe driving miles any day now.
We're not out here to violate anybody's rights.
The push for forced blood draws is part of a traffic enforcement initiative dubbed Operation Thunder. All summer long, troopers from around the state, along with the governor's office of highway safety and Metro Police, will saturate the county with traffic checkpoints and stepped up patrols.
We want to make sure that the community is fully aware that all eyes are on them.
Recorder's Court judges haven't decided yet whether they'll sign off on the forced blood draws, but DUI attorneys are already crying foul.
I think it's a mistake. Georgia values citizen individual rights.
Andrew says if officers have made a strong enough case with field sobriety tests and dash cam video,
they don't need a blood draw.
Georgia isn't the only state that does it, though. So do Tennessee and Wyoming. Metro Atlanta has embraced the trend.
The no refusal has worked excellent all over the state.
In January, the Georgia Court of Appeals ruled the practice lawful. But Andrews wonders about unintended consequences of inserting a needle in an unwilling driver's arm.
They're going to hurt somebody.
Police say so will drunk drivers.
I don't have pity on anybody that gets out and has a DUI. There's too many cabs, too many taxis, too many friends.
Now, to reiterate, the Chatham County Recorder's Court judges have not made their decision yet on whether or not they're going to be on call this summer to issue those warrants for suspects' blood, but we'll let you know as soon as they make a decision. Dawn?
Connie, explain something for me. Who will actually take the blood?
Well, it will be a trained licensed professional, such as a nurse or a paramedic. The idea is to do it not on the side of the road, in a private setting that is completely sterile.
And also, this is different because isn't this practice already going on with boaters?
It is. Last year, there was a terrible fatal accident on the Ogeechee River, and the Recorder's Court decided that they would go ahead and issue a warrant for the suspect's blood. But it's different for boaters than it is for drivers. Boaters essentially have less rights under Georgia law than drivers do.